Let's see. Oh, it is. Oh, amazing. It's recording. Hey. All right. So, darlings, in today's session, I was sat there, I was having a chat and having a bit of a giggle with year seven. And I really want to get certain ideas across to them. And you guys, year seven, year eight, and you know what, like, I taught a lot of you in year seven. I kind of push you guys a little. And there's certain ideas are counterintuitive. And I've written that there. Certain ideas are counterintuitive. And what that means is they are really, really hard to understand for normal people. Okay? And so I think it's that today, isn't it? There it is. So yeah, it's really hard for normal people to understand. And I'm thinking we're coming to half term. I like to try new things. I like to experiment with things. And I don't really find it that counterintuitive. And I was like kind of thinking about why. And I remember being your age, and I had an amazing, amazing maths teacher. And his name was Mr. Smith, and he was brilliant. And I'm going back to the 1970s and the early 1980s, and there was no national curriculum. There weren't GCSEs, there were O levels. There was no SATs, there was nothing like that. And teachers could teach you anything they wanted, and Mr. Smith was brilliant. And probably the best maths teacher I've ever had, apart from my lecturers at university. And back then it was middle school, so I was your age. And your age, 12, 13, is the oldest, was the oldest in middle school. At the end of year 8, you came to us in secondary. So Mr. Smith used to teach some crazy maths, and he taught us exponential increase and stuff. And I remember it so clearly. And I was talking to year 7, I thought, you know what? Let's do something different. This is really important in nuclear physics, really important. However, the idea, the numbers aren't nuclear physics. There are stories about them. I really like it. So I thought, today I'm going to tell you some stories, and you guys are going to make me some posters, and you're probably going to make it wrong. It doesn't matter because it's getting your head around this. It's really good fun. All right, so we're going to start from our first story. It's about exponential increase. So this is a Chinese fable, and there was this emperor. It was like King Thistle. Not very bright. Really nice guy, but not very bright. And there was this sage, and the sage is like the brightest person in China at that point. And the emperor, and we'll call him King Thistle. Wow, that's mixing cultures, and I love mixing cultures. He turns around and goes, I'll go beat you a chess. And the sage goes, yes, your highness. No, 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 you're just saying that to be polite. I'll beat you a chess so bad. I'll beat you a chess. And the sage goes, yes, your highness. And he said, will you stop saying yes, your highness? You're just saying that because I'm the emperor. He goes, no, your highness. You will beat me, your highness. And he said, okay, you play fair. And if you beat me playing fair, you can have anything you want. And the sage thinking, oh my God, what do I do? All right, I'm going to play fair. And he wipes the floor with the emperor. He absolutely obliviates him. And the emperor turns around and goes, oh, all right, what do you want? And he says, I imagine the chessboard that we just played on. It is 8 squares across, 8 squares down, right? And a square to work out how many squares in total. You're 8 times 8, so it's 64 squares. And he goes, all right, fine. He says, I want one grain of rice, one single grain of rice, that's one, on the first square. On the second square, I want 2. Do you remember this? Yeah. On the next, I'm going to double it, I'm going to go 4, then 8, then 16. All right, now, you little monsters. You have got exactly 5 minutes to find out how many grains of rice are on this square over here. All right? I'll stop the recording because, well, that's the first part of it. Done.